The Rock Chalk Chant is one of the most iconic cheers in college sports, and former President Teddy Roosevelt even called it the best college cheer he ever heard. But in the past decade or so, something was added to the chant, something that changes the chant's tone, and to some, keeps it from being as powerful. The woo.
The woo is a recent addition that is not the greatest thing that's ever happened to it.
I hate the woo. I absolutely hate it. I don't like it at all.
Hate it.
It subtracts for sure.
Woo should not be in it. I think it's just is better without the woo.
I would say it's hands down the best cheer in college athletics, and I'm being honest, it really is unique, and it's something that a lot of people here take a lot of pride in, and rightfully so.
Chavez attended KU from 2002 to 2006, during which the woo developed. His theory is that when the cheerleaders held up the double-sided cards before games, which said, "Rock Chalk Jayhawk Go KU," students started wooing in response to the final sign the cheerleaders held up, an exclamation mark. Soon, the students transitioned the woo into the actual Rock Chalk Chant. But KU cheer coach Corey Stone said he thinks it was more likely a random event that wasn't necessarily related to the cheerleaders' example.
I've seen it mentioned on message boards a little bit. I mean, really that's different. You know, for those who haven't been to games, basically that's what we call the Rock Chalk Square, which is where it goes Rock Chalk, Jayhawk, Go, KU. I mean, it's really not the Rock Chalk Chant, even though it's using a lot of the same words. So, I mean, I don't feel like that was a part of it. I think it was just sort of a random thing where, you know, maybe even just once somebody went, woo, you know, and then all of a sudden it just started to catch on.
You know, a lot of other schools, you run across fans no matter where. You might say, go this or go that, or you might have something. But when you come across a Kansas fan, and you are a Kansas fan, and you just yell Rock Chalk to the other, and the other one says Rock Chalk back, and they're proud of that. It means something. It means something that much more, and especially when you're talking about basketball, I'd say the chant is as sacred as the tradition of that particular sport at this school.
And that really is at the heart of why the woo is so controversial. It isn't just that a beloved chant was changed. It's that the chant serves as a sort of membership card for students, fans, and alumni, acknowledging them as Jayhawk supporters. It's one of their social identities, but not all of them got a say in that chant changing.
A lot of people on campus take pride in being a Jayhawk, but that's also, it's not strictly an external identity. Because it also infers on who they are as Chris or Jeffrey or whatever, as an individual. And they share those values.
But, you know, when I heard it, it's like I wasn't really bothered by it enough to, you know, I didn't stand up on my own and say, look, we're going to try to stop this. But then, you know, some people, you know, started that effort, really, and said, you know, hey, we should get it back to the traditional way. And I was like, you know, I was on board with that. That sounded fine to me, you know. I mean, cheerleaders, we're not really equipped to stop something. You know, I mean, everything we do, our signs, our megaphones are to get people to yell things. So, you know, and I got some emails about saying, hey, you know, help us stop it. And I'm like, well, you know, we'll try, but, you know, we're not really equipped to tell people to be quiet, you know. So, I mean, we did some little things like, you know, the girls used to shake their palms during the woo, sort of, or they might woo themselves, and so we stopped doing that. You know, we just have our guys and our girls be silent and still during that part, just to encourage the silence as best we can.
The woo is a lot less significant. It's kind of funny if you listen to it at a game now. During usually the first stanza, you hear a lot of woos, and then everybody kind of turns around and says, no, don't do that. And the second stanza is usually a lot quieter.
It's an eerie feeling.
I think it's just almost like an eerie sound. I think what makes it special is it's kind of slow and eerie.
I mean, I love the slow eeriness. It's almost got like a Catholic Latin chant kind of feel to it, where it's just ominous and it's quiet and it's haunting.